Everybody, how's it going? Lots of green screen artifacts today. It's probably because I have my sweatshirt on because it's cold here. Very cold. The temperature has dropped. Goodbye spring and summer. Welcome everybody. I am Jack, UI UX designer, illustrator, animator, donut connoisseur. This is kind of an impromptu stream. I didn't actually plan on doing a second stream on Sunday, but that's just kind of how it ended up working out. So thank you for joining. Let's switch over to, I don't know why my chat isn't loading. Give me a sec here. Alright, I'm gonna switch over to our screen here, which is what we've been working on, our little plants and planters in this scene. Let me see if I can get my chat working in the meantime, while I wait for everybody to join in here. Not really sure what the deal is. That's okay. Seems to be having an issue. Anyways, welcome. Hope you're having a great Sunday. If you're joining me over on YouTube or Twitch, I apologize. I can't actually see the chat today, so it is what it is. We're just gonna roll with it. Of course, as I can see you. Well, that's good. Because I don't have any confidence that, let me double check that we're live on those other platforms, just in case. Make sure nothing weird's going on. Okay, looks like we are, so I'm just gonna assume that my chat isn't loading for some reason. Anyways, we're gonna keep working on this today. This is our little, like, plant greenhouse thing. Not gonna start anything new, just keep chugging along on this. We left off yesterday working on some plants. I think we worked on this snake plant last time. We've got a huge list of stuff up here that I want to get to. I also want to add a couple more pots, hanging planters mostly, and some maybe like some big leaves. But I know that we need to have a peace lily for sure. We need to get to, and a pitcher plant. And I can't think I want to do. The peace lily needs to go in like a pretty large pot, so it should probably go in one of these two here, is what I'm thinking. Let me know. Agree, disagree. Rizwan, thank you so much for the follow. I'm assuming that means that everybody can see me then, so thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, maybe let's do the peace lily next. Probably could add more planters. I'm not really sure. I don't know how long this stream will be. It might only be, it might end up only being an hour, depending. It's really not. It's just kind of for fun. So, these lilies have like sort of big leaves, but they're kind of like wavy. At least from these images. Alright. Shuffle's here. Welcome, Shuffle. Horses, I agree with everything. Agree with what? What did I say? Oni, let me know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. He's asking how to draw with the pen tool in Illustrator. Well, there's actually a great Illustrator challenge. If you look for, you just search for Illustrator challenge drawing tools, you'll get a really nice sort of overview of the drawing tools from Andrew. I would highly recommend checking that out if you're looking to get started in Illustrator. So we're gonna do probably 2 perspectives on these leaves. I want to do one that's kind of like folded over and one that's kind of straight out, because I'm just kind of like taking the lay of the land here, what these leaves kind of look like. And I think I'll do them kind of off screen up here with the rest of my leaves. So we'll start with sort of a straight on, and they're kind of wavy, like I said. And I'm gonna go in here and make some adjustments. I could have used the curvature pen tool as well, that probably would have been a better choice, but here we are. We're gonna roll with it. My advice with the pen tool is always just practice. It just takes practice to get good at using it. Actually looks pretty good. I want to extend this up a little bit though. And then join, and then round it a bit. And then bring these 2 points up a little bit. And then we're gonna go with actually probably dark green. These have pretty dark leaves. Maybe with like a lighter green center. Yeah, Scory just shared a link to the stream I was thinking of, so thank you for that. For now, I think I will make this lighter green though, so we can actually see what it looks like. Make it a little bit easier to see. Actually, the leaves kind of come out like this, sort of. Let's do... thinking how I want to do this. Let's see what this looks like with a blend. Object, blend, make, blend, options, and we'll increase these. Looks pretty good. There's one. And the other one I want to do is fold it over, like I said. I've got some tea that's actually hot today because it's cold here. Sorry, my dog has decided that now is the time for barking. So, I'm just gonna leave this here as kind of a reference for scale, and then we're gonna go here. We're gonna add our sort of top view. bottom part. So let's take this. Draw this from scratch. I wish I had a better reference. Why are these plants so... It looks like every photo of these that is on the internet is just like photographed from somebody's living room. I just can't even tell what's happening. Oh well. Folded over leaf. That's what I was trying to draw. Hey Frog, how's it going? And Unicorn. Oh, I'm not even paying attention. Everybody's here. Hey Bliss. Unicorn saying, yay, Sunday stream. Yeah, I decided to do it anyways. So, and I have, for those of you that joined yesterday and saw the cold tea, I have hot tea today. I did not wait to drink it until the last minute. Definitely necessary on today, so. How y'all doing? Earl Grey, Annika, is the tea. Earl Grey, and it's hot today, so life is good. This color doesn't really work for me, color combination. I might need to like make a new color for this. Not that I want to add another one. Yes, also hi Annika. Welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday. Chill Sunday, unexpected, impromptu Sunday stream. What I'm discovering today is that there are not a lot of great references of peace lilies out there. But we're gonna make the best with what we've got here. Trying to do a folded over peace lily here. I'm gonna see if I can do like 2 styles of leaves, and hopefully that will be enough. It's weird. We've got the one going. And then we also need to add flowers because peace lilies have these white flowers in them that I want to add as well. And we will the same kind of thing here. Let's see. Sage is telling everybody hello. I don't know why my dogs have decided now is the time to bark. But what can you do? I could go on, be right back and go and stop them, but they'll stop soon enough. Alright, that looks good to me. Copy and paste. I could have just made a copy when I did the transform, but got folded leaf. I still am not a fan of this color. Hi, Sean! And of course, now is the time to bark. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear them, but they're going crazy right now. Annika says, go on BRB and go and bring them. The problem is that I can't actually, like, I don't know if you... I have a really tall desk, at least for the time being. I have a new desk that I just haven't set up. But, I can't, like, physically pick up Sage. He's a very large dog. I can pick up Sam, so... I can't really show Sage on camera. I can only really show Sam. Annika's a Sage pickup time. He's so big, you guys. And of course, as we were guessing if you'd stream or not today. Well, you guessed that I am. I hope. I hope you guessed that I am, because I am. I don't like this color. Alright, we're just gonna make a new color. That's gonna be how it is. The tint in this case is not gonna work, so I'm just gonna make this a little bit lighter. And I'll probably also potentially make this darker. Cora says, I leave for a couple days and the dogs go wild. Yeah, well, you know, it is what it is. They're living their best life, Corey. I'm kind of wondering if for the underside of the leaves here, I go even darker. So we'll go like really dark on this green, maybe. I think that looks nice. I have a peace lily downstairs that I could reference, but I'm not gonna go carry it upstairs. First of all, I don't know if you, again, like, I don't know if any of you have peace lilies, but they're not small plants. So, I don't think it would be wise for me to try and carry a peace lily up the stairs. I don't really like these. If Sam doesn't stop barking soon, I am gonna have to actually go see what he's barking at. because I'm not gonna listen to him bark the whole time. Hey Jane! Welcome. Sean's blaming Corey. Sean says it's the first time I'm not getting blamed. Jane says to imagine that she said evening, all what is all this then, in a British or an English policeman accent, which I'm not even going to attempt to do, but just for you all to kind of RPG along with us in the stream. But Jane, we're working on our plants again. I don't know, I'll do a zoom out so you can see. Slow, well, it's, every time I look at this, you know, I look back at what we did last time and I'm like, man, we didn't make much progress, but I did make a lot of nice pottery and some nice plants. So we're working on the peace lily right now, so I'm trying to make all the different pieces and parts I need of it, and then we'll kind of like put it all together. So that's what we're working on. And welcome, Odari. Yes, there's a whole bunch of streamers in the chat. Be sure to go check them all out while we're all gathered here today. We've got Odari, Bliss, Umacorn, Jane, and Annika. All our streamers on Behance. So, yeah. Everybody's saying hi. The dogs have quieted again, so I think we're good for now. Bliss says, over here on the struggle bus, fixing up a resume. Ooh. Let us know if you need any help with that, Bliss. Alright, let's pull this out. Put this kind of here. Might actually do a couple things. So, let's make this a separate group. So we can pull it kind of in front. So now it looks like it's kind of like coming over the edge of our planter here. And then we'll see if we can do similar like we did the other plants and use a warp on this. It's getting a little bit funky though. It may be okay for some of the ones in the back. Though. You know, we're just kind of, I like to start with kind of building up the scene here, layering all these leaves in kind of back to front when there's something that's got like a lot of leaves to it. So that peace lily, Odari says, yes! It is a peace lily. I'm so glad you recognized it, Odari, just for you. I know that you kept mentioning yesterday that we needed to have a peace lily, so I wanted to make sure that we got that in for today. But we have to do, peace lilies have lots and lots of leaves, and so we're trying to work out how we can add all of these in. Kind of layering them in here. Also, hi to Trent. Trent says hi. If you're saying hi on YouTube or Twitch, today my chat is not working, and so I do apologize. I can't actually say hi to anybody over there. Unless I go and pull up the chats individually, and I'm not gonna do that, so sorry YouTube folks, come on over to Behance. That's where we're chatting. I think for these background ones here, I'm gonna change these to be this darker color. I'm gonna actually add this as a color. Since these are just kind of in the background. Right? You might actually even remove them completely, depending. These. You could also like adjust this down if we wanted to add leaves that had like a little bit longer in the front. Rotate this a little bit. We could also go in here. Over a little bit. Actually, let's do it this way. You know. And then down here. Smaller ones. I don't know if I like this one. It doesn't look so bad from a distance. Some more leaves kind of in the background. Do a little bit of a arch on this. Something like that. That's not what I wanted. Let's go to our appearance panel. Where are you, appearance panel? I have lost you. There you are. Instead of flipping it, we actually need to go in here and change the direction to be negative. So you can see that we're kind of like building the form of the plant out of this chaos. Isn't it something that Val says a lot? Like, everything goes through, every piece of art goes through an ugly phase or something like that. It's very true. It's very wise words. Looking pretty good, honestly. Paste in front. Really just kind of layering in things. I'm gonna go in here and I'll make this dark as well. Just made like a little dot there. Can also darken this one, maybe. Ooh, let's do the opposite. Let's add like a dark leaf. We'll do a green for like our farthest back leaves. Yeah, I like that. I do want some like curled over ones. I might have to actually draw those by hand and not be able to rely on. These are getting a little bit too weird. Well, actually, that's not too bad. They're just kind of poking out a little bit. I don't think they're too bad, actually. I don't know. I kind of want to redraw. Them. I think I'm gonna redraw them. Let's do something like this. Come down. So. I think that plants are pretty forgiving when it comes to subject matter, drawing subject matter, in my mind anyways. Because they all, as long as it like vaguely represents, you know, the plant, you can't really go wrong. This is a trick that I think I showed, maybe not everybody even caught it, at the beginning. When you want to have tapered edges like this, but you also want to have your stem be a consistent width. I could go in here with the width tool, but one thing that I like to do is just kind of cheat and make the end tapered stroke and let the rest be basic line. That way I know the line weight that I'm working with is going to be consistent. And then I can add these in and not even have to worry about it. Do a blend here, because I'm all about making this as easy as possible for myself. Let's actually change this. We might need to use a shape as a spline, we'll see. Object, blend, or I'll just expand it. That works too. Looks good to me. Group. And then we can add this one kind of poking out behind here. I'll leave these up here. I'm trying to leave like a whole bunch of base leaves in case I need them. I haven't decided if I'm gonna repeat any of these plants at all. So like we've got a peace lily. Maybe we do another peace lily. I haven't decided that. You know? Corey, I don't know what you were talking about, Corey, but Corey's saying we do these things not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Nice tip. Boston accent? Hold on, let me scroll up. I missed something. Odai says, don't forget the white flower. My Peace Lily has a flower coming soon. It happens every spring. Yes. Oh, that's what the reference was. Corey said, oh my god, Adara, I almost thought a white flower was a thing, and both terrified and excited. Words are hard today. Yes, we're gonna add those white flowers. I haven't gotten there yet. I was trying to build up a nice base of leaves, and then I was gonna add them in. So I haven't gotten there yet. You're ahead of me, Odari. To the, on the flowers. I think one of these would also look nice right here. Kind of fill this space. And let's see if we can get it kind of coming over top. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this work. Because I want it to be, it's one of these tricky things where I want it to be behind, but also coming in front. Actually, that doesn't bother me. Leaving it far back, and then we'll maybe change it to that darker color. Let's do that. Double clicking. I'll set this to be my dark. I'm gonna change. There we go. Kind of like that. Make it a little bit wider. Yeah, I like that. And let's add another one of these. Just right here. Yep, I like that. It's good. Or maybe it is time to add some flowers now, or at least draw them out, and then fill in the rest with leaves once we got them on. Odarsa's kind of looks like mine. Odarsa's looks fantastic, thanks. Alright, for these flowers, they have these stems. They're pretty thick, to be honest. And I'm gonna kind of want to put it, I'm gonna put it kind of like behind some things and maybe in front of some other things. So maybe in front of this one here. We'll add a little bit of a curve to it. Up. And then we'll add, they're like, let's start with let's do shapes. So I'm going to start with a circle. And they're they're white, but in this case I think I want to make them a little bit of an off-white. So we'll go with yellow, and we'll bring it down pretty low. Let's go 25. Ooh, no. Actually, let's go even lower. I'm trying to get good contrast. We can add some like layers to this as well. So then I'm going to pull this shape kind of up. Curve it to a point. And I know there's a way to do this where you can drag both sides at once. I don't know it offhand. Oh, that was interesting. Anyways, I'm just gonna do one side at a time because I actually want to do, like, it's kind of like a teardrop shape almost. That's kind of the flower shape. And then, make sure everything's centered. Let me join. That way I can take this and add a little bit of a live corner to the top so it's round. And then I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna start with an offset path. And go negative. And then we're gonna go up. Actually, now that I see this, I kind of want to go with a cooler color. And then I'm gonna do a copy and paste. Scale this down even more, and this is gonna be even darker. It's kind of the shape that they have. Let's see. Let's do 30. Let's do 60, 40, and 20. And then they have a like yellow, I don't know what you call this. The name is on like the edge of my mind. Plant thing. Yellow plant thing in the middle. I don't know how that got turned. That's kind of the shape that they have. Alright, I'm going to group this. Put it up here. Scale it down. Do a little free transforming. Turn it, and then just put it kind of behind my stem. Just like that. And then this actually is going to come in front. This color doesn't have great contrast. I'm actually going to go with like a half and half kind of a thing. I think that would be better in the long run. It's a little hard to see, but that's okay. Odara says, this was my mom's favorite plant. She had a crazy green thumb. Our living room looked like a wild kingdom. That had to be really cool, though. I imagine that your imagination was able to like run wild in a room like that. I might need to do a little bit of an increase of contrast here. So I'm actually going to go through and do a darken on all of these. Because I want you to be able to tell that there's a flower there, even though it's a white flower. A little bit better. And we'll go through and add a couple more of these. I'll put one down lower here. And at least one up here. Let's get this one down. Actually, we'll leave this one a little bit larger. Do a group on this. Oh, there goes Sam again. I'm gonna have to go see what he's barking at, I think. Because I don't know. These are a little too big. Let's scale the whole thing down a bit. And I'll scale the other one down too. Get a little crazy. A little too crazy in here with these. They don't need to be that big. I'm gonna also bring the size of these down a bit. They don't need to be that big. Let's do this one like sort of like it's going back in space, maybe. We might need to add a little bit of an edge to this one if we do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. So what is happening here? Not what I wanted you to do. There we go. How did I color the leaf? All of these leaves? Just with variations of green. Also, Onini, let me know if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. Thank you for the follow. I just used fill colors on these, so I just drew them with the pen tool. Literally, I just used the pen tool, and I just picked shades of green. I'm building kind of like a color palette over here off to the side of my swatches panel. You can see some different greens. I don't really have a rhyme or a reason. I'm just trying to pick a variety. So we've got some like cooler greens and some sort of warmer greens and the yellows and stuff. So I'm just trying to pick some, I'm just basing it off of the general colors that I see in the plants. So peace lilies, if you look at a reference, have really dark, cooler colored or actually warmer colored, green leaves versus the Monstera has like a cooler, overall cooler green. I do think we need to go back and give our Monstera some love now that we've got more of a style established down here, with the like richer colors, some depth. It's looking a little sad. It was our first plant though when we were just trying to figure it out, so. But yeah, that's all I did. I used some for these. I just started with a circle. If you go back and watch the replay and like pull the points until I got the shapes I wanted. Unicorn says that almost sounded like an AUW. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't hear anything, but I do have headphones on. I can go check to see. Although, it might just be my neighbors moving vehicles in and out of their yard or whatever they do over there. Honestly, I have no idea. Alright, well that worked out well. I think that I feel pretty good about the amount of leaves and stuff that I have in there, so I'm just gonna pull these off to the side. And consider my next plant choice. I do want to add a pitcher plant, but I need to find a good vessel to put it in. I think we've got a lot of green going on in here. Maybe we add some color, more colorful plants to the bottom planters. I'm not sure what that looks like right now. Let's take a look at our list. Oh, pink calla lilies. Let's look that up. That has pink in the name. Pink. Oh, those are pretty. These could work in this pot, maybe? They could also work in this pot. So I'm torn on which one I should put them in. Bliss says maybe some splashes of purple. Yeah, definitely some, I want some like warmer colors, pinks and purples. I'm just not sure. Plants with purple leaves. Ooh, those are pretty. What about like, these look like some kind of fern. Like fern plants would be nice, maybe. What are coleus plants? Let's add purple ferns to this list too. "12 beautiful purple indoor plants you can grow." There you go. Oh, a rubber plant. Let's look up a rubber plant. I feel like those are indoor plants. Yeah. So the rubber plant could go in this one, I think. We'll probably do the pink calla lilies. I'm gonna make a note of that. So the pink calla lilies we'll put over here. And over here I'll do a purple rubber plant. Oh, coleus is another one. Okay, let's write that down. Adari's coming in. Plant knowledge. Let's look up that one before I make a decision. Coleus. Ooh. Was this the one that I was looking at? Coleus. Well, now I don't know. These get quite large. I think somebody just followed me. Hang on, let me do a double check. Abdullah, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Bye-bye. I feel like this one down here, I feel like this down here is kind of like a good spot for bamboo. Because I believe that bamboo grows in like shallow pots. And it would be nice because it would be nice and tall. So put bamboo over here. If I could spell bamboo. Or a bonsai tree. Should we do bamboo or a bonsai tree? Or bonsai? Question mark. Because that could look cool in that little dish too. We could do both. We still have lots of space, but lots of plants. Or we could do, yeah, we could do one of the two down here. Maybe we do a bonsai tree down here. Bonsai? And then leave bamboo over here. Alright, now that I've thoroughly gotten off track for what we were doing, let's try to go back to these pink calla lilies over here. I think these will look nice because they have similar leaves to the snake plant here, but they are broken up by like little flowers. So my chaotic notes. Alright, for this I'm gonna start with, first of all, grouping my plant here. And I'm gonna actually lock it so I don't accidentally select it while I'm working. And we're gonna start with lines for this, since they've got really thick stems on the leaves, it looks like. So we're gonna just kind of build out maybe that way. I'm gonna do 2 point at least, maybe even more. Let's try 6. Too heavy. 4. And I'm gonna add a bunch of these. Let our tallest leaves kind of be over on this side. That way it's not blocking my other plant too much. Go. And then I'm just going to draw the leaves kind of around these. Starting here. Let me know how the music volume is. I know yesterday it was a little loud. But I did adjust, so. Hopefully better today. These are kind of going to be my main leaves, and then I'll go back in and add some to the background as well. So like back behind these main ones in the front. Some more stalks and some more leaves. And then we'll add in our little flowers, kind of amongst them all. Nope. There we go. And these could be in a tighter group too. Pull these in a little bit. Pretty good. And then we'll do, I'm gonna group this whole set and put it behind. And then I'll add some leaves in the background. I might actually just cheat it a little bit. Let's try. Oh, what happened to that? There we go. is pretty good. I'm gonna bring these in a little bit more still. That looks good. I'm gonna add the little pink flowers. Figure that out. Hey Colby, how's it going? The rest is that's rubber plant, right? This is the calla lilies, but they have these like long, skinny leaves that are kind of a little bit foldy, a little bit wavy. I might scale them down a little bit more, but oh, you know what? This is gonna be a problem. We might need to move this plant because I didn't think about the fact that the background is pink. So I think we need to do a swap and have our rubber plant in this. It's a good call there. So, but we can put them in this plant. So I'll just switch the calla lilies and put them in this pot instead. No biggie. And we'll put our purple rubber plant will go inside of this one instead. And if we need to, if our purple rubber plant needs to be bigger, we'll just make this planter taller. So we'll put our, and this will be good. Now we have a plant over here. It was looking a little sad before. I have this still in here. I know it's confusing because I haven't. Just as a reference for myself that I need to add those kind of silhouettes in the background. We will get back to it. I'm not going to leave it just an empty planter in the background, so. Okay. But I'm going to finish off this since I've already got it started. We'll add those little flowers in. How you doing, Colby? Colby is a streamer on Behance as well. Once a streamer, always a streamer, right? Pink colors. Let me think how to make the shape of this. There's like hints of green and pink, and it's like folded over. Fold it over itself a bit. Alright. Let's go over here. And let's do... I'm gonna do like the top-ish part of the flower first. Just as, probably as line here. And then I can figure out how to break apart the shapes. Cut this here. got one shape down here for the bottom. And then I'm gonna cut this shape as well. But I'm gonna bring this in a little bit. Okay, hang on. Copy this. No. Yes. Okay. Join. No. I'm gonna join. Face in front, I'm gonna join. So I'm gonna have a larger shape here. Probably gonna do the same thing here. Oh, so complicated, I know. Join. Join. Alright, so now we've got essentially like 3 shapes. We got this one here, and then I'll finish off this one here to start. Down. And then we can add some more details if we need to. Alright, let's make the whole thing pink for now. And then we'll do, this will be our, these get increasingly lighter. Okay, that's a good general shape, I think. And then we can add a little bit of a highlight edge on this. Just like right here. Let's do this. There we go. Shape builder wizardry there. Okay. And there's that folded look, and then where this joins, like along the bottom here, actually gets sort of green. Pull this down. Pull this down. There we go. And then I'll add another one here, sort of like a transitionary. Make this lighter. Odar says, I like arbor plants. I don't have one yet. They have very thick leaves as far as I can tell. And then I am gonna add, we'll see how this works out, a little bit of a darker shadow in here. And this might be where we start to introduce that purple. I'm gonna pull in a really, probably a little bit of a ridiculous purple for this plant, but it'll come in handy later. And I'm just gonna tone it down quite a bit. Like so. Oh, okay. I think I know why the dogs were barking now. Okay, hold on. I might need to be BRB in a minute. Okay, that looks pretty good, right? Not bad, not too shabby. Probably got a little too detailed with this, but you know what? It's fine. A lighter edge on this too. Gorgeous little flower. I do have to be right back. I have to go get a package that just arrived. So, hang on. Hold tight, friends. If I can find my BRB screen. There it is. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. That was a package I did not want to leave out in the rain, so. Of course, I wish we had some snacks. I'm sorry, I wish you had some snacks too. Dari has snacks, and we'll send some to Umacorn. That's very nice of you. Yes, I did not want to leave that particular package in the rain, so I went and retrieved it. Alright, let's see here. Let's see how this looks in a planter. I want to add I might have to draw a couple more of these to add them in. It's always the problem with flowers. You don't want them to look too similar. And I should have thought of that before I added all the details in. See, this is why you work large to small. Do as I say, not as I do. These also have really large stems. This text is... I don't need the text anymore. We know what this is. And this needs to be just plain. There we go. Let's do... I feel like it needs to be tilted a little bit more still. Feels a little tall. Let's bring it down. That's better. Yeah, I fear that I might need to do more flowers. Because I don't think that just rotating it is going to work in this case. Maybe we can get away with it for some in the background. I'm not sure. I may need to draw more. I think I need to draw more. Unicorn saying welcome back. Thank you, Unicorn. Alright, let's go in here. Let's do a different view. Oh, okay. Where'd you go? Why'd you disappear? Don't disappear. Okay. Don't do that. This one's a little bit... Can you tell I'm drawing this one faster? Because I don't feel like adding as much details in. Shh. Don't tell anyone. We'll do... something like this for the outside. So it does have a little bit more, like... feeling like it wraps around. Let's try this. Let's do this. And then we'll just have it. And I'll pull this up. And then we'll add in the shades of green down here this time. I don't think that's my dog barking. So. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna see what's going down there. Oh, no, now I hear my dog's barking. I don't know what that... There's like a dog and it sounds like it's like right outside of my house. Must be somebody walking. Odara says, ooh. Odara says, I got a new lightsaber delivered yesterday while I was streaming. I feel like you're... Yeah. Now I don't know what my dogs are barking at. Now they're just barking at something else. There we go. What kind of lightsaber did you get? I know that Nick, who may or may not be here today, because Nick didn't know that I was going to be streaming, because this is a totally random stream. Nick has been into those, like, fancy lightsabers. Wow, somebody's dog is going nuts outside right now. So, I'm sorry if you can hear that. But that dog is not happy. Alright, that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna pull these flowers up to the top. Kind of keep them together with everything else. I am gonna cheat a little bit, maybe, and put one behind everything. Oh, you can tell that it's the same one though. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna draw any more of these plants right now. I might need to add more flowers to this plant later on, but we'll come back to it. 'Cause I do want to move on to some more things here. I really do. I'm torn about what to do. I do want to add more plants, but I also want to add more like hanging planters as well. Before I add too many plants and I lose sight of what I'm doing. Let's see. We can do let's do like a square pot. In blue on this side. Over here. So, I'm just gonna move this off. I'm gonna do a blue one over here. Up in this top part here. Smaller. Kind of like that shape. I think I have a pot that looks just like this. Speaking of. Alright, and since we're going with the darker color, let's do lighter lines over top. Let's do something like this. One of those like Ooh, that's too thin. Go with yellow. And do like 15. Yellow is so tricky over this background. Maybe we do need to do dark colors. I wanted to do like a lighter color, but maybe pink. Is pink too much? I'm not sure. I want to do one of those, essentially like those fancy, like braided, I don't know, they're like made out of yarn, and they have like a part hanging off of it. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but I'm trying to figure out how I can do that. Start. Let's do this piece comes down here. This actually comes up, and then there's another triangle. I think this is correct. Something like that. These might need to come down some more. I think these need to be rounded, but I need to like get them closer to the edge. And I think this has to stay in the middle. Let's join this so I can round out this corner. Something over here. And this. Also kind of follows along the edge here. Kind of like that. That seemed right. And I think this needs to be braided. This needs to meet in the center. Oh my gosh. I don't think I have this right. I think these need to come farther out. Let's just delete this point because it's not helping me. Okay. I think the whole pot needs to be smaller as well, but and then we have to figure out the whole braid situation as well. Which I will figure out shortly. Just make everything smaller. I want it to be, I want this one to be smaller overall in general. And come down lower. And then I'm going to stretch this out. And let's join these maybe? And that looks kind of correct. Obviously, I don't have like the back set, and then there's like a, you know, there's like the line that comes down. I mean, obviously, it's like a knot, right? You know what I mean? And then I think it comes together in a knot at the top, too. Right here. And then go up. I think I have this correct. Or the general look. That's fine for now. Just I have 2 golden pothos plants hanging in pots like that. I think we have one of those. I think I looked up the picture and I think that's one of the plants that we have. But I'm not 100% sure. It's a very like wide plant, like similar to this, in that like it has a lot of long branching pieces. Let's look this up. Golden pothos. Oh, I didn't know it was also called Devil's Ivy. I kind of love that. I really want to do this one because I think it'll be an interesting challenge in Illustrator to get, because it has this sort of like splotchy yellow look to it. And I have to think about how I'd go about solving that problem. You know what I mean? If you look up a picture of it, it has like these striations of yellow, like a yellowy green that runs through the leaves. So, oh, I love this person's holding one up and they're like hanging down a lot lower instead of being branched out, and I kind of love that. I love plants that hang like far down. I don't know. Dara says yes, yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about the pink on this hanging planter. Of course says yes, those are lovely. I'm gonna do the second set here in the background just so I don't lose how this looks before I move on. So I'm gonna group all of this, copy, some back, and scale it in a little bit. I didn't realize that I'd like scale everything as well. Okay, and we'll make this darker. Just kind of pick a color for now. That's fine. And I'll group it. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with the what's it called? pink, but it is fine for now. And I need one other, at least one other hanging plant. Some of these crocheted hanging planters get really elaborate. Sorry, I'm just being really picky now. Should we do like a wide planter? A wide planter with like a crocheted hanging thingy as well? I'm not sure. Crochet, let's see, wide hanging planter. Wide crocheted. Well, that's not really what I wanted. Alright, let's just wing it. We're just gonna go with it. I want to bring this one down lower in comparison to this one. It's a nice kind of contrast, I think. Oh, even lower, I think. Yes. Maybe a little bit higher. I'm trying to strike the right balance because I want to have a lower hanging plant, but I want this planter to be lower than this one. Well, actually, or do I want this one to be higher? And just pull this whole thing down lower. Maybe. Maybe this plant needs to be lower. Since it is quite large. It might also need to be smaller as well. And we'll leave this one higher up. If I pull this one higher up, it gives me a little bit more room to let the plant kind of hang down low, which I kind of like. So, I think we're going to go with that. Okay. And this one can be lower. Oh, gotta make sure that my cheese balls stay grouped with my plant here. Oh man. Yeah. Group everything. Group everything. Pull it down. That's fine. And then over here, we'll do a wide planter. I guess similar to that, but I want it to be like completely round on the bottom. So we'll do like a really wide shape. Kind of like that. And be higher up. And a darker color, maybe. Talking to myself, don't mind me. Kadir, welcome! Kadir says this is beautiful work. Thank you. Unicorn likes the pink. Hanging plants are the best. Yeah, we're sort of doing a mix right now of like, I started working on plants and now I'm back to working on pots, so we're just kind of all over the place today as I work through this. probably not going to stream for much longer. I'll probably be on for another like 10 or 15 minutes. Because it is getting later and I do have to go pick up Corey from the airport still. Corey is currently on his way to arrival. Back in the land of cold. Sorry to say, Corey. It's cold back here. Alright, I kind of want to do this, like, crisscrossy pattern, but I don't know how to do it. Alright, let's maybe just start with, like, let's pick a direction to go. So we'll start from the middle. And we'll draw in a long triangle. And then it needs to be shorter on this side. I just need to make this yellow so I can see it. And then they're kind of more like diamonds. Why is this so complicated? And then I think they come, let's bring this down a little bit more. And then I need to have a line that comes like this way, back to the middle. Or do they just come straight down? I think it varies. Some of them just come straight down. Oh my gosh, why is this so complicated? Crochet planters, why you be like this? I think I'm gonna go with straight down. Maybe. I think this needs to be shorter. And there needs to be one more. Maybe. That kind of intersects with another one that comes down underneath. One that comes over here. I feel like this is not working out. Well, I don't know what I think that the type of planter that I've chosen here is not going to work for the type of, potentially the type of crocheted thing that I want. So I should go with something that's probably a little bit more straightforward. We could try to do one of these, like, new direction altogether. They kind of look like a big bowl that's just like mossy stuff that contains the plant. You could try that route. Let's do this. And I'll round this out. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. So they're like these big mossy peat moss things, and they have like an outer container that goes around the whole thing. There could even be like a little bit of a gap. You know what I'm talking about? Does this make sense to anybody else? This is like mossy stuff. Kadir says it's fascinating that everything here is done manually. Oh yes. Of course, says I thought Corey was already home. Oh no. No, no. Nope. That's why I have to keep going and seeing what the dogs are barking at, because it's just me and the dogs for the time being. Yeah, I kind of like that. Like, have it a little bit offset even. Alright, well, I'm pleased with the direction that this took, even if it wasn't the original one that I wanted. And then this has like a little hook, but I don't think you're gonna be able to, this isn't gonna be high enough to where you can actually see the little hook. So, this is gonna be thinner, like 2 points, maybe even thinner, 1 point. Remember that we're gonna mask everything at some point here, so I'm kind of letting things go over the edges, knowing that I'm gonna add those masks. At some point. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of texture to this one. I'm gonna grab my little speckle brush here. And we'll do a little bit of texture on this pot here. Let's go with a... Let's go 0.25. Small texture. Just a little bit. And I think I want to go darker. Like that, maybe. I'm gonna have to think about how I add the texture onto this, because this is like I said, like a mossy material. I'm not sure how to go about doing that offhand. Sort of like a web. I don't know. I've done sort of like sketchy. There's like a sketch. Where is that? I've used that before. Somewhere in here. There's like a sketchy fill in here. Omnia, thank you so much for the scribble. Yeah, we'll do this will be the last thing we'll do. We'll do a little scribbly scribble. Let's do a little thanks for the follow, Omnia. Alright, this is, if this works out, it'll be really cool, because I feel like I've done this before for like bird's nests kind of things, so it should work out. Alright, let's go to where was it? Stylize and scribble. I need to change the color. I'm gonna choose a lighter color. Let's actually go with yellow. And go to Effects, Stylize, Scribble. You could change these settings. I'm just trying to find one that I feel is pretty close to what I want already. Snarl might be it. Ooh, or swash. Alright, let's try snarl. Just to get started. And I'll also do a little swash too. Here we go. Kind of what I have in mind. I'm gonna hit OK, and I'm gonna bring the. I'm actually. I think maybe I'll go darker. Let's think. How do I want to do this? No, I'm gonna go lighter. I'm gonna mix lighter variations. So we're gonna go with like 50%. And then we'll do the same thing again, but this time we're gonna use the swash here. And I'm gonna make it a little bit tighter, so I'm gonna bring the... No, I'm not gonna bring spacing down. I don't know what to do here. I'm just gonna leave it and scale it down. So it kind of gives you that, like, mossiness feeling. Maybe that's a little bit too uniform. I don't know. It's a start. You can see that it looks like that, like, I don't know. Has that look to it. Should we bring it wider and then do a mask? I don't know. Anyways, there you go. Just sort of like that. Oh, by the way, Jackie, I have a bamboo in a taller pot. What can I put in a wide, and what kind of plants can I put in a shallow planter? Let's go shallow planter. A cactus. Or just another type of bonsai tree or something. Alright, well, we'll move out bamboo. We'll have bamboo go somewhere else. And maybe, and we'll put bonsai question mark over here as well. Cactus question mark? I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. Anyways, I think that's gonna be it for me for now. I do appreciate all of you hanging out with me for this very impromptu stream. A fern plant can go in a shallow dish. Really? We'll add a fern. Fern? Alright. Ferns can go in a shallow pot. Okay. That's gonna be it for now. I think that's where we're gonna leave it. Listeners, thanks so much for the stream, Jack, and the company, y'all. Thank you all for hanging out with me for this, like I said, this impromptu stream. I wanted to get this a little bit farther along. It's gonna still be more work to come, but I feel like we have a good foundation. It's feeling very balanced so far with the number of plants kind of in the foreground. I'm gonna probably focus on the next stream putting the rest of the plants kind of in here, and then in like all the pots that I already have. So I'm gonna just fill out the pots that I already have with plants, go back through and add the rest, you know, add some depth to this monstera here, the Swiss cheese plant, add a couple more flowers over here, just kind of like finish out all of that stuff. And then what I want to do is I want to go back through and add some of those like silhouetted plants and see how it looks. I want to make sure that it doesn't get too busy at first. And then once I've got some of that in, then we can go in and see where we've got holes. We can add kind of additional plants. So I do think we need to add another, well, you need to add a hanging plant in here. The other thing that we could do that could be fun is adding some like large, I'll make a note here, adding some like large leaves, like hanging down, like into the window frames. Like larger plants that are just kind of like, you can't see, they're just kind of like large large leaves hanging down from above. Kind of a thing. Or vines. Something like that. Anyways. I think that's what we're gonna do. So, those are my plans. Odari says vines would be cool. Yeah, I think so. Very, tropical. Alright, well. That's gonna be it for me for today. I hope you have a great start to your week. I will be doing the prompt jockey event in the Firefly Discord if you want to come hang out with me during the week. And then I'll be back next weekend, probably the normal 4 to 6 Saturday and Sunday. It's gonna be that way for a while, so I'll move back to the normal schedule. But I will post my schedule to Behance and on social if you want to follow me at Jack Watson, pretty much everywhere. That social information I don't think is correct anymore. I really have to update that. I'm gonna make a note right now that I have to update that. I have to make some stream graphic updates, so I'm gonna make a note to myself that I don't need a new space. Make a new note. Make a note. Update social info on in-stream graphics. I also have to add Viola O as a subscriber. Because Viola subscribed to me. Very happy about that. Anyways, that's just me taking notes for myself. Yeah, thank you all. Thanks all the streamers in the chat. Thanks Odari and Bliss and Corey for moderating today. Thank you to everybody else for joining. Oh, Gareth! I didn't even see you, Gareth. Welcome. My dog is now whining. What's the matter? Come here. Why are you crying? That's Sage. Sage is crying. Probably wants out. Probably wants to go bark at whatever's happening next door. So I should go let him out. Anyways. Or that's Sam downstairs. I can't really tell. Anyways, thank you all for hanging out with me. I'm gonna do this real quick so I can let the dogs out. Annika, Ashrafel, Bliss, Colby, Corey, Frank, Gareth, Jane, Kadir, Mohammed, Odari, Onyini, Sean, and Umacorn. Be sure to go follow all of the streamers that we had in the chat. Umacorn, Sean, Odari, Jane, Gareth, Colby, Bliss, Annika, and if I missed you, I'm sorry. But I will, Odari says who let the dogs out? Yeah. I'm about to let the dogs out, so I will see you all next week. Bye, everyone!